do this so the sound on the video. So I just button my shirt up a little bit, just so uh, like sometimes I'll start talking and I don't know if the if the video will get uh, what I say. So I was watching a video, Carlin, and I don't know how to say her last name. I think it's Borisenko, and she was talking about no white guilt. No White Guilt has a podcast, and she was mentioning that that this person is dangerous, and kind of like, why was he on YouTube? And I don't know if she, like I caught kind of glimpses of it, and I don't know if she was exactly against him being on YouTube, because she said, well, she's for freedom of speech, but she said like something like this is maybe something different, and if that's the case, not really in favor of it. And she also said anyone that says that um, that critical race theory is anti-white will get blocked. And to state that there aren't very large elements of anti-white theory and is destructive. I mean, like is very destructive to whites and to people of European descent in ways that it's not to others. The critical race theory theology, I think, was done with the UK grooming gangs, and it made that far worse. And those girls that happened to be white, who were, of British ethnicity, were greatly harmed by the kind of leftist anti-racism theories out there, and it really exacerbated that problem. And critical race theory objectifies white people, people of European descent, and this is not just in America. This is seems to be throughout much of the civilized world, and a lot of it is in the Anglo sphere. So it is what it is. But I'm kind of reminded, by the way, because I always say when people claim racism and this and that and mistreatment, I say, show me your evidence. Compared to what? And at what cost do we want to? At what cost do we want to fulfill this kind of thing? And I'm reminded, by the way, just because they've recently have statues of George Floyd, a person who was a drug addict and giving out fake $20 bills, counterfeit. But I'm reminded of when my father, the story my father told me was when he was stationed in West Germany. It was East and West back in those days. It was either 64. He was stationed there, and some of the people he studied with were from the Saudi Royal Air Force. And a lot of them, I believe he was saying, a lot of them wanted to party and because they did all the things they couldn't do in Saudi Arabia, which is party and try to get with women and stuff like that, Western women. And they did that until, and then their test scores were coming back rather negative. This got back to the Saudi government, and I think the one with the lowest score got beheaded to show them an example of you don't mess up. And that kind of snapped them to attention, so to speak, you know. But I'm just saying that. I always say, like, when people say there's mistreatment here compared to, I mean, like, if you want to compare other countries, you mess up there, and some of them, they kill you. You know, I always say, show me in practice a country of color where there is human rights that you'd like. You know, don't have a European standard, because of course you believe that colonialization and European standards stink. Try messing up in even in South Korea or Japan. Try messing up again in Saudi Arabia. Try messing up in any Muslim country. See what happens to you. I'll give a hoot what you say. Show me in practice what you mean. Show me a nation. Show me a country. You always claim perfection and the way things should be done. Can you? I wonder, can these individuals point to a nation or a country where that can be done? You know, maybe in a country of color too, because of course white people aren't doing it right. So maybe maybe they can point to a country where we can emulate and show the perfect balance. You know. Anyway, I just want to say, if you really have time to complain a lot, on average, you have too much time on your hands, because most countries that complain, most places that are really oppressive, they don't necessarily allow you to complain in public and say things without a lot of punishment. Anyway, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and those few that listen, thank you so much for listening.